Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Three Hammers. Good news guys, Paul is back. So we should have a cool graphic back up here saying the Three Hammers, and we should have a little taglines across there. We should have some little graphics going on here, and we'll have graphics going on all the way through the show. It's great to have him back. He does some really good stuff on the videos. So today, West Ham versus Manchester City that kicks off on Saturday with a late kick-off at 5:30. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough, you know. They're a good team, and they're finding a bit of form now, aren't they? They've not conceded for a few games, and they're gradually starting to get their players back from injury, aren't they? Okay, yeah, the Man City game is one of those games in the past I've always looked forward to, especially over the last sort of 3 or 4 years when Tevez was there, because everyone, as much as it's a cheap pop, everyone loves when Carlos used to come to Upton Park and give it all that. You know, the man's a god, it's brilliant, you know, really respect the guy, great player, great times. So I still look forward to the game because they're a big team, you know, they're a big top 5 team, and we always know West Ham usually give the top 5 a bit of a problem every now and then. Okay, yeah, this season it was 2-1, wasn't it, to the mighty Hammers. Moses got the early goal, then Sacco scored, I believe, and then it was Kevin De Bruyne scored a nice goal. Was that De Bruyne's debut? I can't remember, but yeah, he was one of their best players. But yeah, we won. We was on a lovely run then where we was winning away for fun and scalping teams for absolute fun. It was really good time in the season, a good time for West Ham. Upton Park last season, we beat them again. You know, we've got quite a good record against them at the moment. I was looking back on the goal scorers. Silva got a goal for them, and Malfitano got one for us. And the second goal for us, I believe, was it Sacco as well? I believe got that goal. But yeah, lovely game, great game. Atmosphere was incredible last year. And yeah, so in the last couple against them, we're actually undefeated against them. I think they beat us 2-0 up there. And was it last season or the season before last? Over the 2 Carling Cup semi-finals, I think, was it 9-1 on aggregate or something like that? Ridiculous. One of those games you just want to forget about as a West Ham fan, isn't it? But yeah, so we ain't got a bad record against them, but a couple of their players don't mind scoring against us. So let's start with Man City, shall we? Currently sitting third, 43 points, and as I say, last 6 games, they've won 3, drawn 2, and lost 1. They've scored 14 and only let in 3 in 6 games. Yeah, they've not conceded in their last 3 games in all competitions, not the league, so if you count the FA Cup, I think League Cup game in there as well. Not conceded in 3 games, so the defence is starting to get a bit settled. They're starting to look a bit more consistent, and that's dangerous times and quite scary for West Ham fans. As I always do with my previews, players to watch. Where do I start really? Like, I've got a list of paper here, and I probably could have filled a page with just Man City players. I've put down Yaya Toure. Again, not his greatest season this year, but he absolutely loves scoring against West Ham. He scored some absolute belters against us as well. Dangerous player to watch. Be a good battle. Him, Coyote in that midfield. Noble's got a big job on his hand. Like I say, some of the fans are starting to get on his back now, and he's got to start putting some performances in because there's few players around there on his toes. I'm a big fan of Obiang. I think Obiang should have stayed on against Newcastle and probably took off Mark. I would have, but there we go. David Silva, lovely player, beautiful passer of the ball, really elegant, clever Spanish player, loves all the ticky-tacky stuff, and he's got the players up there that can do that with him. Sterling, if he plays, bags of pace, frightening when he's on it. You know, he can go and score a brace easy, 2 goals. Has he got a couple of hat-tricks this year? Good player, good pace when his head's right. Like, sometimes he can be a bit flash and drift out of the games. But again, if he plays, very, very dangerous player to watch. De Bruyne, massive fan. Him, Payet and Ozil have been the best centre attacking midfielders in the league this year. They've got bags of assists, bags of goals, and yeah, and De Bruyne has just come back to the Premier League and showing Chelsea what they've missed and the silliness they did in sending him, living up to his £50 million fee. But discussing with friends and also looking into it, he doesn't score away much. Famous last words, you probably bang on him. But yeah, his assists and goals actually come more at home. So maybe he doesn't like playing away. That cold day in Stoke, cold day at Upton Park. Who knows? Hopefully we get a De Bruyne that's not on top. And then obviously how can I not mention one of my favourite players in the world, not just the Premier League, is Sergio Aguero. Fantastic. The guy, is such a shame that he gets injured quite a lot at the moment, because on his day, this guy finishing, taking on players, ruthless, absolutely ruthless. Him, Suarez, those South American strikers are just fantastic. They work great, they don't stop running. They work and work and work, and that is what a world-class player is. It's a player who's got all that skill, can score the goals, can go past players, but work as well. You know, like you got your Balotellis and people like that think they're world-class, but they don't put enough work in. Where Sergio, sensational player, big fan, really going to enjoy seeing him play. Hopefully he don't bang one in against us, but yeah, great player, big fan. Man City are a great team, as I say, really consistent now. It's got to be a tough game. So, let's talk about us. First things first, we've got a new player. We've got right back Sam Byram from Leeds United. He's from Thurrock, actually, where I sort of locate at the moment. I believe he is a hammer, and he was waiting for us to come in all this time. You know, Everton obviously put their bid in, it got accepted, and then David Sullivan on Sky Sports, then he said it was now or never. We had to go in and try and get Byram. We couldn't afford to wait till the summer, and we've got a nice right back now. What this does for the future of Jenkinson, who knows? Like, is obviously Jenkinson, we won't sign him now in the summer, but are we going to see him in the West Ham team again now? I don't know. Looking at Byram, seen him in a few games for Leeds on the telly. He's good, pacey, reminds me a bit of Cresswell actually. Got a lovely cross on him, scores a few goals. Yeah, good player. Hopefully he can have the same sort of impact as Cresswell has. You know, sometimes you find them gems in the Championship, and hopefully Sam is going to be one of them for us. It would be really nice if it is. I think Tompkins done a great job of right back, but it was one of the problem areas that we would have had to solve in the summer, and it's nice that it's been solved early. There's credit to the owners and what they're doing. I've also been linked with a few strikers on loan. I believe it's Mneki, if that's how you pronounce it, a Nigerian guy. I think Ginnak has also been mentioned. So hopefully we can sign a striker. I did say we needed one if Sacco is going to be a bit long term. And obviously Andy, you never know when he's going to break down again. Yeah, I expect us to line up with Adrian in goal. I assume Tompkins will start right back. Byram will probably be on the bench. We probably will see him at some point. Apparently has played in right midfield as well, so there's options there. Maybe he could play all the way down that right hand side. We've got Reed. Obviously, I would welcome Reed back now. Keep Collins in there. Maybe drop Ogbonna for a game. Not that he's done anything wrong, just that Reed's a better player for the opposition we're playing. Obviously, Cresswell in at left back. Coyote, I'll give Noble one more chance in there. Valencia, Pat, Moses, Jelavic. Because Jelavic, 2 goals now. He deserves a little run, doesn't he? Obviously, on the bench then we have Antonio and Song. They're missing company, and that's possibly their weakness and what we can try and exploit, you know. As I say, they're not conceded in 3 games in all competitions, but they still look shaky every now and then. And, you know, Payet might be able to pull a few strings in front of that defence. That's not fully confident with that company in there. I'm expecting a really fun game and an entertaining match, and I'm hoping for a good response from West Ham, because if we keep starting games like we have done in the last couple of weeks against Man City, that game's going to be over in 20 minutes. It could be 3, 4, 5. I know 5 is a bit of exaggeration, but you never know. The way we played Bournemouth first half, Newcastle first half, is not good enough. It's not good enough in the Premier League, and we got found out against Newcastle. It was 2-0 down, too much. Can't come back from that. Lee has kindly done his combined 11. Obviously not a lot of West Ham players in there now because they've got absolute superstars. This is their combined 11 if all fit, all on form, etc. So let's go through it. Lee's put Hart in goal. He's gone with Reed and company at centre back. Great partnership that would be, wouldn't it? He's actually gone Cresswell at left back, and you've got to remember that's in front of your Kollarovs, your cliches. But yeah, he's put Cresswell in there. He's gone Zabaleta at right back. He's put Kolo Toure and Coyote in midfield. What a bossy midfield that would be, wouldn't it? Payet, Silva, De Bruyne and Sergio, obviously. Do you agree with him? Leave some comments. It's not right, it's not wrong, it's his opinion. But please give us yours. What's your combined 11 Man City West Ham? And what 11 would you like to see out for West Ham? Like, do you agree with my 11? Do you think it's time for Mark to get dropped? Would you start Obiang and Coyote? Would you start Song? Let me know. Leave some comments. So yeah, so that's my preview for the Man City West Ham game. If we turn up and play well, I'll take a 1-1, 2-2. Don't think we'll do them this time. I think we could go for a little bit of a dodgy little spell at the minute. We're due one, you know, I've been saying that for the last few weeks. If we don't turn up, like I say, 4-5-0, it could be an absolute massacre. Hope you enjoy the game. Any of you that are going, the subscribers for our channel are gradually growing. It's really appreciate all the comments on Twitter as always. Please like, please comment. What are your predictions for the game? What do you think? Paul's going to be back with his betting tips. We are coming back with that. Yeah, as I say, join us on Twitter. I think it's up there. Might be up there. Who knows? Join us on Twitter at @the3hammers. We love hearing from you. Always, guys, keep believing. We can win something this year, I believe. Or we can get a nice top 6 finish. Keep believing. Come on, you Irons. Let's go.